A white woman has the guts, the audacity, the temerity, and the effrontery to call black people EBT parasites. She had the guts to open her wide mouth to say black people are EBT queens. But guess what? The last time we checked, 70% of white folks are the ones that are on welfare. A lot of them literally think that poverty was actually meant for black people. A lot of them think that suffering was actually meant for black people. And that is why every single black person is on EBT. But the result has proved it over and over again that a lot of people, 70 to 80% of people enjoying EBT, snaps, and every single government fundings are literally white folks. But anyways, I don't want to talk too much because this man has literally gotten the Fafo that she deserves. I want you to watch this video and let me know in the comment section between the white folks and the black folks who is now poor. Because at the end of the day, every single thing she is saying is now bouncing back to our people. I will keep saying it and I will still say it again. Before you throw a stone, check very well that your own house is not a glass house. Because the moment you throw that stone to your glass house, it is going to crash down on your head. That is a typical example of what happened in today's episode. First, welcome back to my channel. It's Sonia and I'm back again with another mind-blowing video. How you guys doing? Hope you guys are fine. Hope you guys are good. If this is the first time tuning in, subscribe, like this video, drop me your comments, and lastly, do not forget to share for every other person to get this good news. And with that being said, let's dive right into this video. Let's go, guys.
Hey everyone, this is to all the welfare queens and that think they're queens, but yeah, this is how we stop the welfare abuse, because the good people of the United States are sick of it. They're sick of you freeloaders, good for nothings, because you're just a waste of flesh. And you're just parasites. I don't even want to compare you to animals because you're worse than that. Animals have a function. Animals are beautiful. You people are just virus, parasitic creatures that should have probably never been born. Anyways, the way I would solve the problem of all you fraudulent little idiots, low IQ, waste of breath, is mandatory drug testing randomly. If you're caught on drugs, you get nothing. No smoking. Nothing that is a luxury or anything that you can live without. You will live in barracks, just like the military. If it's good enough for the military, it's damn well good enough for you. You will get fed what you're given. And you will have no choice in the matter. And it will be all healthy items. No chips, no soda. That way we can cut back on all your, medical bills and everything like that for all you obese, just whales. Whales. Land whales. That's what you are. And it would be mandatory birth control also. No children. No children while you are on the system. If you can't feed them, you're not going to breed them. And you're so lucky I am not in charge of this, because it would be like the military. And mandatory community service. You would wait on everybody else hand and foot. Whatever needs to be done in the community. That is, a direct function of society, you're going to be of some use. And then that way, poverty will be a thing of the past, pretty much. I mean, there'll still be some people in poverty, but they're going to be the hardworking people that just fall on hard times or whatever. But it isn't going to be this generational, just sponging off of everybody else that's working and that have worked and are, good for society, unlike you. So yeah, you're just parasites, and I think parasites might even be better than what you are. Because the way you're going on and on and on about how you're going to rob people, you're going to kill people, you're going to, cannibalize white crackers. And if I could say the words that I want to say on these platforms, I would. But then I'll get banned and then I can't voice my opinion. But you people need to get a life. You need to get an IQ, which will never happen. And it's been generational. And the more you breed and breed, the less IQ you have. Because it's just bad IQ, breeding with bad IQ. And it just gets worse and worse as it goes on. So, yeah. You would not like the system that I have in mind. Not at all. So, everybody that's a decent person on the system, more power to you, really. And I feel for you. But most of you, you don't need it. And I know this for a fact because I have family members and neighbors that are on the system, and they do not need it at all. They're just leeches. Just pure leeches. So, get a life, people. Get your shit under control. And stop feeding off of the rest of us. And our hard work. And our dollars that we put into the system that you never put into the system. So, go get a life. Bye-bye. I don't even want to compare you to animals because you're worth.
Do you know what some fucked up shit is? Is Tartar Sauce Tammy over here is mad because at maybe one point in time she got SNAP benefits and she doesn't get them anymore. The fact that other people, especially minority groups that are seeking help, she's pissed as fuck. And then she wants to talk about people who do not receive, let me say it again, do not receive SNAP benefits, Tartar Sauce Tammy, and claims that they do with no support to back her claim. Because Trump supporters, they're always in their fucking feelings. Because Cottage Cheese Kathy can't help the fact that people of color also benefit. And we know she was attacking the black community especially. But what she failed to realize is this right here was not directed towards black people, because I went to that page and that is a black person talking about you. You, bleach demon. You do know that you are an accident. Bing, God made. That you're only 8,000 years old and you are dying. You are a fucking dying race. Because God came back for just a moment and said, my fucked up shit's here. I'll let the children deal with the children. Bitch, come get your daughter. Because we're sick and tired of telling you white supremacists that you are fucking dumb. We're sick and tired of telling you, you white supremacists over here, that you are an uneducated fool. This symbol indicates you are related to monkeys, chimpanzees, and apes, not us. We're almost 300,000 years old, and your bitch asses have been related to these things forever. So Sour Cream Cassie, I really need you to get your shit together and do some more research and not me search. And leave black, brown, and indigenous people alone. And if somebody from another country comes here and wants to get state benefits, give them the fucking benefits. Because we know you're not a Christian. You will never be and never will. And trust me, honey, when you go meet the maker, your sky daddy, I just want to remind you that you will never see the light of heaven. Amen. But you will see the depths of hell. Enjoy the fucking ride while it's here. Because there is no amount of sorries for you opening your mouth, because God said that's a loose tongue. Will you ever get our forgiveness? So not only take your wreath of a family, because you don't have a fucking tree, but your life's written self, and find a cliff and jump off it. Because at some point, your demise is coming closer every day.
You think so. But you should go talk to Shelby. She will confirm for you that I am in fact a pain in the ass for racist white bitches. And not only do I think you're racist and kind of a cunt because you're willing to let people starve, but I guarantee you this shit right here never fucking happened. So you're lying to spread racist tropes.
nothings because you're just a waste of flesh. And
You are a very, very, very dangerous person because you are a violent person. Your heart is full of violence and darkness. I see that. And everybody, and I hope this goes viral, and I hope everybody sees it. I've already told my story about being homeless when I was 18 years old in the 80s in New York City by myself. I guess that the suffering that you have dealt with in your life, instead of taking that suffering and trying to make things better for others, you just hold on to it and make everybody else suffer. I am so tired of you white people. I am so tired of you. I'm tired of myself. Thinking you have all these conveniences and all these things. Maybe you don't have much, maybe you do. I don't know your life. I really don't care, to be honest with you. With that kind of heart that you have, you're a dangerous person. You're a violent person. You are cheering over people starving. How dare you? Clearly, you've never dealt with that. Or if you have, you've hardened your heart to the suffering that you see around you, especially if they don't look like you. And the thing is that, and I hope you go viral, the thing is that there's no way that you can be shamed. You're going to get all these stitches and people saying how they feel and yelling at you, and it will never change you. You will not change. It's very obvious. But from now on, your life is cursed. It is cursed because people will remember your words and they will be held against you. Maybe not in a court of law, but in the court of public opinion. And I am so here for it. I'm so tired of you. I'm tired of people like you. I'm tired of being going through my life and dealing with people like you that I've had to deal with, that have no heart, no empathy, no care, no compassion, no understanding. I am so done with the way we live our lives in this society. I'm so done with people like you having any kind of power. So done. This is the time for anybody else watching this, because I know that most likely you're coming to this in a complete outrage, like me. I want you to take this time and remember that this is the time, this is a great time to awaken to the idea of empathy. And on those of you who may be friends with this awful human being, you know better, and she's probably saying all these horrific things. And some of you might hold her to account, and some of you just, I don't know, for whatever reason, just go along to get along. Don't do that anymore. Don't be a bystander. Say something to her. Make her feel it.
everyone, this is to all the welfare queens.
Well, a friend lured me to this specimen tonight, and I'm deeply troubled by what this person would say. And the facts are simple. 70% of welfare recipients, or SNAP recipients, are children, the disabled, the elderly. Of the people that are not, 86% of them work. They can't find a job that will get them out of the above the 140th percent, don't quote me on that, poverty level. So they get food from us. And it costs me like $16 a year to pay for their food out of my pocket. And what truly bothers me is that pieces of people like this lady think they are better than children then the elderly. And they go on this tirade. And what's worse is this thing probably thinks she's a Christian. Yet she's never read the Bible. And she spits in Jesus' face by saying things like this. The problem here is that people like her exist. They preach their hate, their filth, their misinformation. And they feel like they're better than children, that she's happily starving. Children, our grandparents, are disabled, and she's happy. She wants them to work because they get like $180 a month. And people like her are glad to destroy the American dream. They're glad to embrace the corruption that is prevalent in our society at this point. This is what is wrong with America. She would rather consume misinformation and project her hatred on her fellow Americans in order to pacify the oligarchy that has gripped our country by the throat. This is why we need to fight back. This is why we need to resist. And she is exemplary of what we need to resist against. This has to stop. We have to save our country.
This is to all the welfare queens and that think they're queens, but yeah, this is how we stop the welfare abuse.
What do you mean by good people? Looks like someone didn't learn their lesson from the Toast Ladies saga.
Because the good people of the United States are sick of it. They're sick of you freeloaders, good for nothings, because you're just a waste of flesh. And you're just parasites. I don't even want to compare you to animals because you're worse than that.
This is getting dangerously close to dehumanizing racist rhetoric.
Animals have a function. Animals are beautiful. You people are
Notice the use of you people.
just virus, parasitic creatures that should have probably never been born. Anyways, the way I would solve the problem of all you fraudulent little idiots, low IQ, waste of breath,
Sounds like someone's projecting.
is mandatory drug testing randomly. If you're caught on drugs, you get nothing.
And judging by the size of your pupils, you should be first up. Stop trying to rationalize letting people starve. It's not okay. And you're a bitch. Oh yeah, and from the sounds of it,
Good for nothings, because you're just a waste of flesh, and you're just parasites.
You need to watch that whole video because it is far worse than what you just witnessed. And if you follow me, you know what comes next. So I did a little digging, but because I like to be 100% sure that I found the right person, I simply asked her. And she was kind enough to confirm making this video. As you can see down here below, Susan seems to think she's being doxxed. So she's trying to rally the troops. Help me get her back. Susan, sweetie, I'm going to need you to look up the definition of doxing. Doxing would entail me releasing your personal information, such as your phone number, your address, your neighbors' names, all of your family members' names, the picture of your house, all of which I have in my possession. And if I were to release any of that information, that, my dear, would be doxing. But public information, that is a horse of a completely different color. Hello, Susan Wendelkin. Now, I noticed on your LinkedIn, it says you're a dental office manager for a Dr. Anderson. And from your many, many aliases, I was able to determine that you're married to someone with the last name of Anderson. How would one person need so many aliases, Susan? We'll get into that later if I need to. See, by you working in a dental office, that concerned me greatly. Because if you're online spewing this kind of hateful venom, how are you treating the patient? And judging by the reviews, there seems to be one common denominator. And well, that's you, Susan. They've all come to the conclusion that you are rude and disrespectful. Judging by the behavior that you're exhibiting online, I'm going to have to agree with him, Susan. But what concerns me even more is the fact that that dentist accepts Medicaid and Medicare. And as everyone knows, most people that get Medicaid and Medicare are also on welfare. So it concerns me greatly, Susan. How are you treating those people when you find out that they're receiving Medicaid and Medicare? So I think we should find out. Now, I also found emails linking you to Globetrotter Property. Because it's Saturday, I can't find out just yet how you're affiliated with them. So alas, this will have to be continued Monday. And of course, everyone that follows me, you know I keep a couple aces up my sleeve. You don't just put it all on the table at once.
Yeah, this is how we stop the welfare abuse.
Welfare abuse, really? Because I have a video of 40 white people that were arrested in a welfare fraud scheme. So I don't really know. I know you're talking black people, so I just want to put that out there. And secondly, if we're working on stereotypes, how are we going to stop you from fucking your brother and having your father's children and letting your husband marry your daughter? See, stereotypes aren't nice and they aren't sweet. Now, you want to run around talking about welfare queens. Are you one? I'd like you to go outside and find one and save this little nonsense to her. But yeah, incestuous hillbilly, two can play that game.
Anyways, that is all I got for this particular video. You guys can hear the names that she has been calling, just all in the name of SNAP EBT benefit. And you guys can see how she has literally planned her regime even when she is not in charge, even when she is not the president. Tell me, with this type of video that she has literally made online, and every single person I've seen the clip, fly the clip east, west, north, and south, if this person is actually coming out tomorrow to be the president of the United States, will this person really pull through? One thing I've noticed with a lot of people is they decide to use their own mouth to condemn themselves without even knowing. And one thing people forget is the internet never forgets. You might think you are doing this as a mother or as someone's wife or as a nobody. But a time will come where you will literally need the help of these said people that you have called all sorts of names, to the point that you prefer to feed dogs than feed human beings. You will need them one day. And by the time you need these people will now have to play your tape and play your record for you. You see why I keep saying that? A lot of white folks have to really work on the mentality of their mother, their father, their children, and even themselves. Because at the end of the day, let me know that this kind of person is someone's mother. She went to the point of saying she is going to cut down childbearing. There is no amount of insult that this woman literally did not render on poor people, all in the name of SNAP, all in the name of EBT. She called them low IQ. Now, between these people and this lady in this particular video, who has low IQ? Because it is only someone that has a low IQ that will sit down, put a camera on her face, take her phone up, turn on the ring light, put a mic, and start talking trash. Because as far as I'm concerned, this woman did not really want a trend. This woman has that mentality that 99% of people that are actually taking SNAP benefits, EBTs, and so on and so forth are black folks. And that is why she calls us parasite. But not knowing to her that every single thing she is saying is backfiring back on her people. Because at the end of the day, her same skin color are the ones that are on all of this thing that she's calling. So it simply means that if she's sending out insult, she is sending it to her own folks. Don't bite the finger that feed you. And I can strongly believe, as one person has said in this clip, that this woman is literally on snaps, EBT, and so on and so forth. And that is why, because she is not getting it again, it becomes a problem for her. She sees it as an issue. So the only thing she needs to do right now is to make sure she make every single environment uncomfortable for a lot of people, so that she can just insult and let her name trend. But the bad thing is, you're trending on the wrong notes, ma. Honestly, if I want to trend, this is not the way I want to trend. If I want to trend, this is not the best route for me to trend. Because at the end of the day, I'm not only hurting people around me, but I'm also hurting the feelings of every single child, every single personality, every single human being. But I understand that some of these white folks do not really care of how a lot of people feel, especially when they think they are coming for black folks. They really do not care how it is. It doesn't really matter to them. But I just pray that you don't meet karma more than this. You've already gotten a lot of Fafo, and I believe that no employer will be able to employ you with this type of demonic mindset that you have. You need to repent, accept God as the Lord and personal Savior, because the point you are going, you are still going to go gaga, honestly. But anyways, guys, let me know what you think in the comment section. Credit belongs to the original creators of every single clips and stitches we have in our today's episode. If you haven't subscribed, what are you waiting for? Do what? Subscribe, like this video, drop me your comment, and lastly, do not forget to share for every other person to get this good news. And yes, with that being said, with no further ado, I do like I always say in my videos, I'm going to be saying bye, and I'll see you guys in my next one. For now, bye guys. I love you guys. Mwah. One thing for sure is, my people are not parasites.